Next up is learning a wide variety of subjects with some of our interactive nonfiction books. Usborne does an amazing job with the nonfiction. Kane Miller's Shine the Lights are amazing as well. So first up, we're going to look at the flap books from Usborne. Very engaging. The tactile lifting the flap is going to help information stick. The more senses you can include, the better. So can we touch it while we're reading it? Can we listen to it? And then if you can expound on it and taste it or smell it, fantastic. Obviously, we can't do that with every subject. The first ones I'm going to show you are the questions and answers series. So yep, had to make sure I had the right one. This is the very first question and answers. So these are our lift the flaps. Each page, double spread, has a question. What is the moon? And then it has lots of little answers about it. What is the shape of a moon? And then it goes through lots of little answers with flaps to read about it. If we step up, you'll see the difference in size. Then we go to the first questions and answers, like the one I have is, why do we need bees? So a lot more flaps in here. The topics are also kind of a little bit of a step up as well. Why do we need bees? Where do bees live? And then lots of answers in those flaps. And then we step up even farther to even more information. This is a full-size book. This is our brand new one, questions and answers. This one's about music. So lift the flap, questions and answers. This is the full-size book. The contents, it's what, how, why, who, when, which, yes, no, where. So the first page is how, and then it's lots of how questions. How would you clap this rhyme? How would you dance to music? How do these instruments make sounds? And then we lift up the flap to find out the information. I love that it's doing the how, where, why, all those great questions, kind of encouraging their question skills when they're doing writing, how to answer all these different types of questions. Why are there musicians on this old vase? The musicians on this vase are telling a story through music. This was more common than writing stories down. So a lot more information for a little bit older kid. The next ones we're going to see are our peek inside, look inside, and see inside. So these also step up one to the other. Peek inside is for the youngest kids, preschoolers. And this one is peek inside a beehive. Same nice sturdy flaps that we lift up to find little bites of information. Sometimes we got a flap inside of a flap. You can kind of see about how much text is here on the page in these peek inside. My 7-year-old still really loves pulling out the peek inside, though he really probably has graduated on to our next side, which is next size, which is look inside. This is a brand new title, Look Inside the Woods. This is a recent title, Look Inside Wild Weather. We're going to look inside the woods. Aren't these pages just gorgeous? Look at this. This is a full page flap. We're looking at the seasons. We got the fall here. We got the little flaps inside of that. We got the tree over here. We get to open it up to springtime. Flip that back in. So you can see the level of information. There's a lot more going on than the peek inside on those nonfiction subjects. And then when we go to the see inside, these are again the more full-size book, and this is going to be for later elementary. And you see the one I have is Welcome to the Museum. Because I love museums. As many of you know, I am a trained archaeologist. So here's the terracotta soldiers, and you can see they have 2 little bites of information all about them. So it's a little bit of everything in this subject. You know, kind of introduces them to the subject, kind of gets them curious about things, learn lots of just little facts. Natural History Museum, This one goes through the different types of the museums, and then in the back, my favorite section is they do behind closed doors. So they talk about like what happens in the back rooms of museums and how to put on an exhibition, putting on the show. So that's kind of fun. I wanted to check for you on this. I don't see it marked here. What I was going to say is if you don't know about quick links, some of our books are internet referenced or internet linked, and it's a fun site that Usborne has called Quick Links, and they pull together all different web pages and videos that relate to the content. And it's a great way for if they kind of get curious on something, then they can take it a step further. So the internet link, I always kind of mess this up. I believe the internet linked ones are the ones where every 2-page spread has specific links. So you can actually look up the page number and then there's links based on that page. And then the internet referenced is where there will just be links for kind of the whole book for the topic as a whole. But I will make a little post in here to kind of show you a little bit more about the internet linked and referenced, the quick links. Now, this is from our Kane Miller line. This is the Shine a Lights. And what a fun way to learn some nonfiction information. So these have a black and white drawing on the back, and when you put a flashlight behind the page, that black and white drawing is going to come through. I forgot to grab my flashlight. I wanted to just show you a couple of my favorites. The Secret of Earth, which is all geology, which is what my dad taught for high school. Wonders of the USA and Wonders of the World, which Eric and I love because we're all into history and archaeology and cultures. And this one's great for this time of year, Secrets of the Vegetable Garden. You see those carrots growing underground. Great spring into summer book. Okay, I will see you back in just a couple minutes.